Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon 2-pack of Splinter and Baxter, and as you can see, it is full of a bunch of accessories and goodies. We got the artwork of Splinter on the front here along with Baxter. On the left side of the box, we got the Splinter figure holding up a book. On the right side of the box, we got Baxter holding on to his animal mutation ray. On the back of the box, we got some read-up information, so feel free to pause it if you want to read it. We got Splinter holding his sword, Baxter still holding on to his little gun, and then the other cartoon 2-packs that you could purchase. When it comes to these Turtles 2-packs by NECA, they cram them to the brim with accessories. We got a nice little foam tatami mat, and it looks really good. It's like a little piece of foam, but one thing that I noticed, you can see some discoloration up at the top of mine. But when you flip it around, you can see why. It's got some stain or burn or something through it. Don't know what's going on. Sucks, but still a cool little add-on. Diving into Splinter's accessories, he does come with a beat-up book. It is definitely an animated paint style. Looks great. Looks beat all to hell. And almost like it would be a old style, obviously old style book, but maybe what he would use to teach the Turtles, you know, the fighting styles and techniques and everything would be stored in this old book. Adding another book to Splinter's library, we do get a art book with looks like some person caricature on the front. It does say art, and then the inside is awesome. It is all the Renaissance artists that the Turtles were named after. Got Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and the background color actually resembles the bandanas that were chosen for them, which is pretty cool. And some of these characters, if you're looking at them, like Michelangelo and Donatello, almost look like they're from The Simpsons. Splinter comes with the iconic cane, you know, because he's an OG. Splinter came with the gat. He came with the laser pistol. It's roughly painted on one side, other side way cleaner, done in that cartoon style. But I don't recall Splinter ever using a pistol. We also get a gold yin-yang medallion for Splinter, looking great on a gold cord. We also get a cartoon rat, sculpted and painted very, very well. They did not hold back when it comes to the paint on the rat. Looks cool. It's got a weird indent up there, but there's a weird indent in his mouth for a reason. But still, these has little whiskers and everything. They didn't need to go through all that extra detail for a little accessory like this, but in a sense they did. So these are the cartoon rats that they did in the animated series, but with this rat, you take that medallion and you separate his hands a little bit. This should just chunk up under his, there we go. That's why he has that gap, just like in the cartoon. Got this rat just taking the medallion and biting into it like cheese. Splinter comes with a scroll, and the thing looks awesome. It's got little tears on the side showing that it's old. It looks really well done. It's painted. And then you got all these characters on here that make it look cool, but they're not really saying anything. But there's an Easter egg inside, and I do believe somebody at NECA, the designer, was a Three Stooges fan, because if you look, starting from the left top to bottom, you can see it says Curly, and then starting with the bottom two going in columns, going so you got the SH right there, EMP, so that's Shemp, Nyuk. You know, these are, I don't know what that says. Oh, wait. Yeah, that says Certainly there. So somebody at NECA was a Three Stooges fan and had fun with this piece. The final and most badass accessory that Splinter comes with is his freaking flaming sword. This thing is wild. It's a big old chunk of translucent orange plastic, and it clips onto the bottom of the sword down here, and then you can just pop it out, and you got yourself a nice looking cartoon katana. I love it. They nailed it. Everything getting blurry, but you can see tons of detail put into this. And that's something that I can't, and I don't think anybody can take away. NECA's plastic and QC may have issues, but the attention to detail, you can't take that away from NECA. They nail the details. Diving into Baxter's accessories, we do get some flowers that are in a little pot there. All nice and purple. Pink flowers looking good. Just a neat little accessory. Another accessory that Baxter comes with is Shredder as a fly. He's got all the little armor pieces on, big red bulbous eyes, tons of sculpt work, paint work. He's even got little painted purple cape, wings coming through. Like, the whole thing looks freaking awesome. Baxter also comes with a laser pistol, but this is more of a mutation type of pistol. You got yourself a cat, a turtle, looks like a donkey, a rabbit, an ant maybe, and then a fly. So you can really see that this would be something that would have caused Shredder to be in his fly state. Shredder wasn't the only one that got zapped by that pistol. We got ourselves gerbil, hamster Mikey, guinea pig Mikey, whatever you want to classify it as. The thing is wild. I got some little black parts on his cheeks. I don't know if they're supposed to be like that. But he just looks all crazy. Got the little bandana. And again, looks pretty freaking cool. Baxter's biggest accessory that he comes with is almost like a whole different character. And this is the cross-dimension spaceship computer, if I'm recalled. It was from another dimension, and it was on a spaceship, but thing looks awesome. And you got yourself the little smirking face, and then as you shift it, he's surprised, and then the last one's his little devious evil face. This thing is done super well, tons of detail, paint work. It just looks straight out of the cartoon. Looks great. Come on, we all remember when monitors were this big. And then the bottom is sort of hollow. And I have seen other people where they'll take like a Iceman Marvel Legend figure, pop his head off and put this on to give him the whole electronic body feel. Splinter comes with two sort of like clawy looking hands, but they're more designed to hold on to his cane. We also get a pair of gripping hands so he can grip some things. Two other hands that Splinter comes with are very expressive. We got like the pinky up type of like tubular or just some sort of martial arts hand, and then of course you got the scolding, pointing the finger type of hand. The last hand, yes, I said hand, there's no more pairs of hands with Splinter. We just get this one, which is like a two-finger type of death touch looking martial arts hand. Taking a close look at Splinter, he looks awesome. He looks stern. To me, this was the ideal Splinter. The Playmate Splinter just didn't give off the same vibes as this one. This one just looks so stern and ready to either beat your ass or teach you a lesson. But yeah, it's awesome. We got the two-tone brown going on and the sculpt work in there, paint work. It's phenomenal. What can I say? We're going to dive into a little bit of articulation as we look over it too. His head is on like a ball joint sort of here, but it's very stiff. So you get some attitude and stuff like that, but it keeps wanting to resist. So I'm not going to force it. His mouth is hinged. They painted all inside there and everything. So that's really cool to be able to have your Splinter be very expressive. He does have a neck joint right up here. That's going to give a lot of motion. He does have a ab swivel crunch as well. Also, it's sort of where the robe is tied. And the robe looks awesome. They got the symbols on the shoulders looking great. Just to sort of look what's underneath the robe. I'm not untying it because I'll never tie that knot up again and make it as clean as they have it. But you got some sculpted in rat hair that's all painted, and you know he's a naked rat underneath this robe. His arm is on a disc hinge, and I'm going to show you guys something. So this is my luck with NECA figures, right? This is complete luck. So it's on disc hinge, it moves and all that stuff. We get double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, and bend. But look at this joint here. So I was wondering why this thing was all super loose. But if you look in there, this is some of this quality stuff you're going to have to deal with when it comes to NECA. I didn't force this arm. I'm not stupid. I learned my lesson with having to heat up figures and stuff like that. But you can see the peg is like dropped in there, and the way this looks. And I want to show you the other arm so you can see that as well. Slide this up there. Look how nice and tight this all looks. You know, the top looking the way it should, and then you got this one. It's all bowed out at the bottom. I mean, that's what you're gonna get. So luckily I'm not doing some crazy poses with these. I mean, NECA figures, you're pretty much lucky to you're gonna get them the pose, and then you're going to keep them in that pose for a while. So it's again just bummer that I'm like, I love this figure and I have to deal with that shit. Like, it's ridiculous. These aren't cheap, and good luck dealing with NECA's customer service, because I'm still waiting on a Casey Jones replacement because the same issue. Their damn pegs and shit falling out. It's ridiculous. But you can't be a rat without some rat tail action, and this thing's painted awesome. It's got some holes in there because it has bendy wire, but I'm not going to bend it because I don't want the paint to be all flaky and cracking. But what's cool is they actually put it on a disc hinge, so you can still get motion out of it. You just gotta, you know, you don't have to bend this. His legs have tons of articulation in it as well. We do get the hip. Can't really do the splits with them, but I mean, you don't need him to. I guess it'd be nice to get him in a high kick or something, but that's about it with the way the hips are. We get a double jointed knee. We get a really good double jointed knee. We get his nice bandaged up feet. There's no, there's ankle bends, pivots. You can see the bend going on if I'd get it back in frame. And then the toes actually bent. The toes to me look a little weird. I'm not going to bend them because I don't want the paint to be chipping. So I don't know if that's white plastic or it's going to be brown and white plastic. But you got to be careful when it comes to some of the bending of these joints, because you're going to have paint flaking like crazy. Baxter comes with a pair of fists equipped. Baxter also comes with a pair of trigger finger hands, and you would think that it would work very well on his gun that he comes with that's supposed to be for him, but not really. As you can see right here as I zoom in, it sucks. Like, the trigger finger doesn't really fit in, and you can see there's not much room for this hand to go down to fit the trigger. So why would you give him two trigger finger hands if the gun doesn't really fit in there right? Baxter comes with a pair of grippy hands that I thought would work better on this, because I was like, okay, maybe these are designed for his gun. They work a little bit better, but not really. When you get it all up close, it's a little bit of a challenge even for these hands. So I really don't get it. Like, why give him a freaking weapon that he can't really use? Up close, and I'm gonna say it, he's a little cutie patootie. He's a little adorable little fly man, and NECA nailed it. The paint work, sculpt work, phenomenal. I love the hair sculpt. Looks really good. Got his little bow tie going on there. The nice thing about it too, his head moves very nicely. Lots of attitude. He's got the two-tone going on for that animated look. Arms are on disc hinge. Can go up that far. We do have double jointed elbows that look pretty freaking cool. They look pretty clean, except for you can see little pieces of paint that chips off the joints on these guys. Wrist rotation, wrist bend, stuff you'd want out of a figure. It's a rubber-like vest that he has, but I don't know what's going on. He could swivel at his hip. I guess there might be some ball joint up there. The back is really cool. He's got the tore up shirt, and his wings are on hinges. Looking really good. Painted well, sculpted. They move. The arms, they're on hinges as well. You got to be careful. They pivot. But out of the box, you got to be careful of these. These things were really, really tight. Trying to get them out. Actually, a lot of the joints on these figures were a little bit of a challenge, but his pants look pretty good. He's got those big old purple feet. And overall, I mean, I like this figure a lot. I like the Splinter and Baxter 2-pack so much. I think they really nailed these figures. In the end, NECA provides an amazing cartoon accurate Splinter and Baxter Stockman, and they just crammed it with as much accessories as they could, and it's awesome. Sure, I drew the short straw and got the defective joint, and it works because it's going to be the arm that I will forever use his cane with, because he has that little weak arm because of the peg and everything. But it's a risk you have when you invest into NECA figures. But again, you're not going to sit there and be playing with them like other action figures where they pose around and do all this crazy stuff. You're going to probably pose them a couple times, get some photos, and then you're going to get them in a base sort of stance and then put it on display. But these figures look amazing. They're fantastic and just hit right in the nostalgia for me. And that sums up my unboxing and review of NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter and Baxter 2-pack. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button for me, and hit the silver bell notification so you know when I post up a new video. And make sure you guys check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles for all your collecting needs. There's a website down below and a promo code for you guys to get free shipping on anything you order off the website. And there is a Facebook pre-order group that you can join up so you can stay in the know with what's coming out, especially a lot of the imports like your SH Figuarts, Figma, your Storm Collectibles, 1,000 Toys. I mean, I could ramble on a bunch of imports that you want to keep an eye out on, but definitely check out that group join. It's free, and then you can just see what's coming out. And if you see something that piques your interest, go ahead and pre-order it. But I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.